In the previous episode, Gi-hun's team was on the brink of losing the tug-of-war. Sang-woo came up with a last-minute strategy and told everyone to loosen their grip on the rope for a few seconds so their opponents would lose balance. As they did, Gi-hun, who was at the front, almost fell off the bridge. But the plan worked, causing their opponents to trip and fall, losing their grip on the rope. The team seized the opportunity to pull the rope with all their strength and eventually won the game. They collapsed on the ground, exhausted and filled with adrenaline. On their way back to their room, Ji-young, the girl Sabyok had recruited, teased a team member who was a priest. Upon returning, they saw Deoksu's team talking amongst themselves. Minyo gave Deoksu a look that subtly indicated she didn't need him anymore. As the group sat and talked, Minyo tried to charm everyone to win their favor and belittled Ali for being a foreigner, even asking for his passport. It was announced that the lights would be turned off soon. Knowing that people might start killing during the night, the group decided to build a barricade and keep watch in pairs. As they set up the bunk beds to create a safe zone, Deoksu taunted Gi-hun, mocking the idea that the beds could protect them from being killed. Gi-hun warned Deoksu about his own team members, suggesting that since he had been bossing them around, he might be their first target. Deoksu took his words to heart and told his team not to kill anyone that night. Il-nam volunteered to keep the first watch, saying old people don't need much sleep. However, a new member dismissed him, arguing that an old man couldn't be relied on as a guard. When the lights went out, Sang-woo and Ali stayed awake to guard the others. Ali thanked Sang-woo for saving his life and gave him a piece of corn he had saved. Sang-woo broke it in half and they shared it while talking. He asked Ali to call him Hyung, which means big brother in Korean, and they exchanged stories about their pasts. After a while, Sang-woo woke Gi-hun to take over the watch. Deoksu, unable to sleep due to fear of being killed, realized that the doctor who had gone to the washroom hadn't returned. Meanwhile, the police officer Junho was taken to a room where some staff members secretly harvested organs from dead players. He discovered that the man he had killed on the ship was part of this secret operation. The doctor was also there, arguing with the staff about the slow progress. Back in the main room, Il-nam joined Gi-hun on watch duty. Gi-hun shared how he hadn't been paid for 10 years of work because the car company he worked for went bankrupt. Il-nam sympathized and suddenly started crying. Gi-hun tried to calm him down and noticed that the old man had a fever. Sabyok offered some water and they helped Il-nam lay down to rest. Meanwhile, the doctor finished harvesting the organs and handed them to Junho and another staff member, who were supposed to deliver them to buyers in the sea. After they left, the doctor asked about the next game, but the staff didn't know. The doctor panicked, fearing for his life, and held one of the staff members hostage, demanding they find out about the game. A fight ensued, and the doctor fled into the hallways, getting lost in the maze. A staff member followed him to the playground where the honeycomb game was played and tried to calm him down, saying they would all be killed if caught. The doctor asked the staff member to show his face to earn his trust. Just then, the facility's overseer shot the staff member, stating that while the staff could do what they wanted with the bodies, they couldn't disclose game details to the players, as it undermined the facility's principle of equality. The overseer then killed the doctor. Meanwhile, Junho and another staff member descended through an emergency exit meant for VIPs. When Junho vaguely inquired about the VIPs, the staff member said no one knew who they were. Growing suspicious of Junho, the staff member asked him to remove his mask. Discovering Junho's true identity, the staff member was about to react when Junho pointed a gun at him and demanded information about his brother, but the man knew nothing. However, he informs him about the player's data file located in their supervisor's office, where he can find his brother's details. A hidden staircase leading to the supervisor's office is nearby. Junho shoots the man dead and enters the supervisor's office. After he leaves, The supervisor and the staff come downstairs to see the man killed by Junho. The supervisor removes the bullet from the body and realizes it belongs to a police officer. The staff are ordered to find the intruder immediately. An alarm blares, waking the players, who are quickly assembled in the center by the staff. Ilnam refuses to get up because he wet himself at night. Meanwhile, Junho searches the supervisor's office and discovers files of every participant who has ever joined the game. He realizes the games have been ongoing for many years. The players are then lined up in the center of the room. Gi-hun helps Ilnam by tying his jacket around the old man's waist to spare him embarrassment. Subsequently, the players are led through the halls and are horrified to see the corpses of the doctor and the staff who assisted him, hanging from the ceiling. An announcement declares that this fate awaits anyone who breaks the rules for personal gain. In the meantime, Junho remains in the supervisor's office, taking photos of crucial documents. He searches for his brother's file when he hears a phone ring outside. The supervisor enters, answers the call, and converses with a foreign man in English about a minor staff disturbance, assuring him that everything will be fine when the VIPs arrive. After the supervisor leaves, Junho attempts to use the phone, but is unsuccessful. Meanwhile, the players are taken to an empty white room and instructed to form pairs. Gi-hun's team must split up, leading to confusion as they realize they must compete against each other. Minyo tries to persuade Gi-hun to team up with her, but when he remains silent, she approaches Sang-woo, who also refuses her offer. Sang-woo asks Ali to be his partner, and the two look to Gi-hun for objections. Gi-hun lets them pair up and searches for his own partner. Ilnam approaches Gi-hun, but Gi-hun apologizes, knowing he cannot win with an elderly partner. Ilnam gives him his jacket, suggesting the others might look down on him without it. Feeling guilty, Gi-hun continues to seek a teammate. Se-byok and Ji-young also team up. A man proposes partnering with Gi-hun, revealing that an odd number of players remains due to the doctor's death, likely resulting in the unpartnered player's death. Gi-hun, feeling remorseful for abandoning Ilnam, asks him to be his partner. Ultimately, Minyo is the only one without a partner. She causes a scene, insisting they won't win without her. As the players proceed to the game, she is escorted away by guards. The players arrive at a mock neighborhood with houses and streets. Ilnam and Gi-hun reminisce about their childhood homes, while Ali and Sang-woo pledge to win the money together for their families. However, their plans crumble when it's revealed that pairs must compete against each other. Each pair receives 10 marbles and is instructed to play any game they choose with them. Most opt for games involving throwing marbles into a pit or guessing the number of marbles the other holds. They have 30 minutes to finish. Gi-hun is stunned, but Ilnam is fascinated by the marbles, forgetting the purpose of the game. As it begins, everyone starts playing, but Ilnam wanders, searching for his house. Gi-hun tries to stop him, but Ilnam deems the game childish. In frustration, Gi-hun slams Ilnam against a wall, knowing they'll both die if they don't play. Trembling, Ilnam agrees to play. At the same time, Ali and Sang-woo, who consider each other brothers, now face off. Ali is reluctant, but Sang-woo insists they must play to avoid mutual defeat. Ali, unfamiliar with the game, is taught by Sang-woo. One must hide a number of marbles in a fist, while the other guesses if the number is odd or even. A correct guess wins all the marbles in the fist. They begin, and Ali correctly guesses first, taking 2 of Sang-woo's marbles. Ali eventually wins all but 1 of Sang-woo's marbles. As others start to die, Sang-woo proposes a plan for mutual victory. Naive and not wanting to be the cause of Sang-woo's death, Ali listens. Sang-woo suggests that at the game's end, disputes over the rules will prevent a clear winner, forcing the staff to pit one team against another. They agree to find older players to compete against later. Ali, still confused, trusts Sang-woo and agrees. wearing Sang-woo's marble bag around his neck for protection. Meanwhile, Ji-young and Se-byok, unsure of what to do, decide to talk for most of the time and bet all their marbles on a single game at the end. Se-byok, from North Korea, shares her family's tragic story. Ji-young, laughing, says they could do much more with the money. Se-byok dreams of visiting Jeju Island, and Ji-young suggests they go together, realizing only one will survive. Ji-young reveals she killed her abusive father and has no will to live even if she wins. In the meantime, Il-nam and Gi-hun begin the game, and Il-nam wins 5 of Gi-hun's marbles in the first round. As they continue, Gi-hun is left with only 1 marble. He anxiously guesses odd for the number of marbles in Il-nam's hand, but it turns out to be even. Gi-hun loses the game. However, Il-nam forgets Gi-hun's guess, giving him a chance to change his answer. From that point on, Gi-hun exploits Il-nam's dementia to win each round. Eventually, Il-nam has only 1 marble left, but he starts searching for his house instead of playing. Meanwhile, Deok-soo also wins his game against one of his minions when his marble accidentally lands in the pit. With only 3 minutes left in the game, Ji-young and Se-byok decide to throw a marble at the wall, with the closest throw winning. Se-byok goes first and does well. When it's Ji-young's turn, she lazily drops her marble, allowing Se-byok to win. Se-byok confronts her, insisting she try again because it's unfair. However, Ji-young insists she has nothing to live for, unlike Se-byok. They say their final goodbyes before a staff member shoots Ji-young. Ali, meanwhile, searches for Sang-woo as the game nears its end. When he checks his bag of marbles, he realizes Sang-woo has betrayed him by swapping his marbles with pebbles. Ali sheds a tear in disbelief before a guard shoots him. Now, only Il-nam and Gi-hun remain. They must play one last game for Gi-hun to win, but Il-nam suggests betting all their marbles for the final game. Gi-hun is furious, arguing it's unfair. To his surprise, Il-nam reveals he knows Gi-hun has been cheating. The old man had pretended to have dementia to let Gi-hun win. Finally, Il-nam cheerfully gives his last marble to Gi-hun and thanks him for playing. Gi-hun hugs his friend one last time and leaves the house sobbing. The episode ends with a gunshot startling him, signaling Il-nam's death. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to support the channel. Thank you for watching.